not too good at speeches, so this speech I've compared to a miniskirt. Long enough to cover the essentials, short enough to keep you all interested. My wife and I, it's been a long time coming. I'd like to say a big thank you to you all for coming and sharing this special day. We hope you all enjoy yourselves on this special day. It's great to see you all here. And I can honestly say it would not have been the same without you. It would have been a hell of a lot cheaper. But all joking aside, we'd like to thank you for all your cards and gifts. Chris and Graham, we would like to thank them for their help and support, not just for today, but throughout our relationship. And of course, for their help and contribution in making this day everything we thought it was. To my parents, I would like to thank them for their love and support throughout as well. So to both of our mums, we have a gift to show our thanks. We both love you very much. I would like to thank my brother for being the best man, getting me to the church on time, which is a miracle. For those who know, he's always late to everything. And for making sure that I remember who he is. I know he was nervous when I asked him, but I just wanted to say cheers, brother. I would also like to thank Graham for being the usher and doing a grand job today. There is an unwritten rule of wedding etiquette that states nobody should look more handsome than the groom, and I'd like to thank Graham. To that rule. Hopefully they will like to bounce of respectability to their roles on the door, and I particularly admired the way that everyone was seated, although I'm not quite sure saying you're already well sit where you're put, or if your name's not down, you're not coming in, was in the spirit of the day, but we'll let that one pass for today. I'd just like to say thanks again to both of you. All the hard work getting Sarah ready for today has been worth it. She looks even more beautiful than she always does. If there's one thing I've learned from her, it is patience, and today was worth all the waiting. Sarah is beautiful, she's intelligent, she's funny. She can almost cook as good as Nigella Wilson, and has got the patience of a saint. And I can say with my hand on my heart that I'm one of the luckiest guys alive. They say if you don't marry someone you can live with, you marry the person you can't live without. If I had to single out a single thing why I love Sarah so much, it would be the fact that she makes me happy and I ever dreamed I could be. And I intend to spend the rest of my life making sure the reverse is also true. I know Sarah has put a huge amount of effort in making today perfect, and I think she has done that much more. Having lived with Sarah for so many years, I've learned valuable lessons. When I'm wrong, admit it. When I'm right, keep quiet and try not to laugh. And never get to be done. Seriously though, words can't express my love for Sarah. Suffice to say, Sarah, I love you. We'd like to say a huge thank you to Kerry, who's over there, for all the support you have given Sarah in organising today. I've lost count of the number of coffee shop meetings it has taken to get everything arranged and organised, and without you, I don't think she would have coped and probably had a nervous breakdown. We'd also like to thank Kirsty for all the help and running around. And also for making those lovely cupcakes. They're a bit flaky, but after a while they go down. We've also got gifts for you two as well, which I'll dish out in a second. And finally, I'd like to thank our beautiful bridesmaids who are on the bookends of this table. They both look lovely today. Megan, who we've managed to get out of black for once. And Leanna, who doesn't look like she's being tangoed. But still looks very much like sex. Seriously, thank you girls for being there today. You both love you very much. So if everyone could raise your glasses and make a toast to all of the above. To the new bride of my life. baton to my brother, the best man, who, the poor guy, recently got diagnosed with compulsive lying disorder. So please take his speech with a pinch of salt. I'm not giving it all out. Before I undertake the customary duty of giving Umit an uncomfortable few minutes, it is part of the official duty of the best man to thank Umit on behalf of the bridesmaids, Leanna and Megan, for his kind words and for having them play a part of this really special day. I have to say they were wonderful and have done an excellent job, thank you. Indeed, they are only just slightly eclipsed by Sarah herself, who I'm sure you'll all agree looks absolutely stunning. It was a great privilege to be asked by Umit to be his best man, although you could feel it in my voice, but it would have been good if this speech section wasn't part of it. Anyone that knows me would know how much I have worried about this speech and how many sleepless nights I've had over it. I even had some counselling sessions and sought professional help. Eventually I mentioned my predicament to a few clients in my salon, and the advice they gave me was amazing. They said just Google it, change the names. And being an honest man, that's what I've done. It is a well-known speech that I've chosen, and I hope that some of you don't recognise it, as it has been featured heavily all over the world. Here goes. Dearly beloved. Wrong speech. I suppose the first thing the best man should explain is how he knows the group. Well, when I was 7, my parents brought him home from a place called the hospital and said he was to be my new brother. Although there are 7 years between us, I would like to say that we are very close. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Umit. Likewise, I'm sure there's nothing Umit wouldn't do for me. In fact, we spend most of our time doing nothing for each other. I was still at the point of our early life as children. Growing up together in those early days, I'm proud to say that I was an angelic child, no trouble to anyone. I always did as I was asked, spoke politely to my elders and respected everyone, but the same could not be said of Umit. He showed no respect to his older brother. I became an innocent victim of his lavish behaviour. He would be responsible for the wrongdoing and I would get the blame. He's only a child, you should know better, my mum would say. I remember one day when Umit was about 7, he found my spud gun. It would fire little potato pellets, and he went into the garden and destroyed the tomatoes. But it was as usual me that got the blame. I didn't blame it totally. How many smashed vases I got collared for, to be honest, I lost count. But that troublemaking lout of a brother grew up into this well-mannered and well-presented guy we see here today. Umit, I am pleased to say, has matured. For instance, I can tell you that Umit is very well read. He has, after all, read 43 of the 45 Mr. Men books cover to cover. And he's on target to read the other 2 by Christmas. Those of you that know Umit will know his passion for gadgets, iPhones, iPads, or maybe I'm to blame for that. Going back to when we were 5, he was 5, we would play together on the Atari we had in those days, no PlayStations, Xboxes. Although I guess this is the best time for a little confession. I've been holding for 30 years, bro. When Mum said you had to play with us, I had my mates round. We gave him a controller that wasn't plugged in. But it was really good. As part of the best man, I understand it's my responsibility to read out some cards and telegrams sent from people who aren't able to attend. But it's all Facebook these days, so there's just a few here. I've been married 19 years, but my wife had to go to Turkey, that's why she's not here. I was going to give my brother a little lecture on how to have a successful marriage, but they've been together so long, I think he's doing well. So, my wife just says happy birthday. Happy
Joking aside, I just want to say what a privilege it was today to be your best man. I couldn't have wished for a better brother, and how much you mean is really impossible to put into words. I know from family stories and certain memories that you looked up to me as your older brother whilst growing up, but believe me when I say this, you are definitely the type of person that people look up to. The whole family is proud of you. We're all thrilled to see you marrying your beautiful bride, Sarah, at last. So now it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to stand once more. Raise your glasses. Sarah. We wish you well for the future, to love, life, laughter, and happily ever after.